Okay, gents. Brett from Stealth Kayaks here. This week's tip of the week. I know we're in the middle of a launching and beaching series, but for those of you that live in Durban may understand my dilemma. It's been like 13 to 16 degrees Celsius in the morning. For Durban, that's like polar bear stuff. But so there is no way I was getting in the sea. It's too cold. See, it's warming up a little bit, so maybe next week we'll get in the water again and get on those videos. But for now, I thought the tip of the week should be how to tie your kayak correctly on the car. So a lot of the guys often ask how to tie the kayak or what's the best way of tying a kayak in the car. So this little video will give you a tip on how to tie it. So obviously with every car you have the positioning of your racks slightly different. On my vehicle, obviously I've got one in the canopy, one in the front, so I've spread it out. A lot of the cars you'll have one rack here, one rack there. And all I'm saying is when you put your kayak on the roof, try and balance your kayak on the racks. Doesn't matter how far apart or how wide they apart are, just balance your kayak. So if the other rack is here, you can imagine this kayak will be shifted forward so it's balancing evenly on the rack. So just depending on where the bars are. This one's nice and widely spread apart, so it's quite easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to run how we use our tie downs on the car. So first thing, of course, what we do is because we've got a nice rubber protecting our buckle here, we can just put the strap over the kayak. Okay, so we do that on the front and the back. Put it over the kayak. All right, so now we're over. So then we'll head to the other side of the racks. Climb up again. Okay, we're going to take this rubber buckle and we're going to put it underneath the bar. Okay, so we've now gone underneath the roof rack bar, and then we're going to pass it back over again. Don't throw it too hard. Obviously the rubber buckle protects it, so there we go, we've thrown that over. Do the same on the front, underneath the bar. Careful to not twist the strapping. Throw it over, we're done. Okay, so now we've got the straps in place. And you'll head over to this side again. Okay, so the best thing to do, as you can see, the bar sticks out. You know, some people will tie it underneath here, but you know, on long journeys and it gets a little bit loose, there is a small chance of it coming off. You know, if you've got two kayaks on the car and you're limited for space, you might be forced to tie it on the outside of the bar. But obviously the best place to do would be to tie it on the inside of the foot of the roof rack, and that stops it from sliding off. So what we do then is we go underneath. Okay, just make sure we don't twist the webbing. Put the webbing in through the back of the buckle underneath. Okay, so it comes out like this, right, and pull it up the tension. Okay, then what I do now is I'll reposition the buckle further up. Okay, adjust it and then pull down with tension. Okay, so now it's fairly tight. Okay, maybe a little tighter. Okay, now I feel like it's fairly tight, and it's by hand. It's not like brute force pulling, it's just pulling it nice and tight. It's now in place. This nice little awesome little rubber buckle, slide it over, we're done. Then I can loop this over, tie it off so the strap doesn't blow in the wind, and that's the back strap tied on. There you'll see, nice and tight. Okay, we'll do the similar thing in the front. Okay, take out the twist in the webbing, go underneath the bar. Once again, like I said, on the inside of the foot. Slide the rubber out the way, then we go through the bottom, at the top. This allows us to obviously pull down like I did in the last one. So we pull it down, just get that in place, pull it down, nice and tight. There we go, now we're in place. See, very, very secure, very tight. And then I'll just do a loop here, like the other side, just to get the excess strap from blowing in the wind. There we go. And your kayak is now tied securely on the car. That's it. That's our tip of the week on how to tie a kayak on properly. Don't drive off without tying it on. That wouldn't be so clever. There we go. There we go.